Well, it's a fantastic distraction, isn't it, from his current difficulties, as you rightly say. It's for 1 year only, in an election year, because, of course, it'll start in September and he has elections halfway through the academic year, starting, I think, in September is probably what it sounds like, and he'll be right in the middle there, and he's basically trying to buy your vote. He's obviously desperate. He's obviously terribly worried about holding on for a third term, so we have him for 12 years. And obviously even he realises that's a very, very hard sell.
May I just interrupt you just to say, he says it's 1 year only, but once you give a benefit, it's very hard to then take it back without seeming, well, evil and heartless.
Well, he'll just have to seem evil and heartless once he's re-elected. It depends, I suppose, whether he wants a fourth term or not. But at the moment, it's for 1 year only, and he's absolutely clear about that. No, cards on the table. I don't have children, so I wouldn't actually benefit from this, if I comment on it. But I worry about it, not because of the cost. Of course, there's a cost, and it's coming out of our pockets. Not because of that, but because it's a further shift in the balance between responsibility for children, between the state and the parent. And I think we have to live in a free society. Parents have to have a sense of responsibility for their own children, and they have to be able to feed them. We give free school meals to people who are entitled to them as a result of their circumstances. I don't see why they should be given to people who we don't assess as being entitled to them because of their circumstances. And I think it really is really worrying undermining of parental responsibility.
Well, I mean, I understand that argument, but do you, Kevin, do you think there is a moral hazard in expecting the state, essentially, to pay for your children to eat?
No, I don't.
Not at all?
No. Well, two things. First of all, I noticed you opened the programme today, and which shows how much we listen to the hosts on the show.
Thank you.
You said Sadiq Khan robbing drivers, and then you've just said, I love to hate him. What's the problem?
With Sadiq Khan?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could mention many things. One of the things, for example, that I despise was his commission for diversity in the public realm, which was essentially gave Sadiq Khan the right to judge the statues that we have in our capital and deem whether they are diverse and inclusive enough. And I found that ever so slightly Orwellian. I also don't like the fact that taxes seem to rise every month under Sadiq Khan. I hate the ULEZ Greater London expansion. It's totally undemocratic. He has public consultations and then doesn't listen to the answer unless it's the one he wants. I could go on.
OK, so...
I don't like the way he pontificates about Trump.
Well, I think I know Sadiq. I dealt with him a lot when I was elected in London. He's a great mayor. I think what he said on Trump was fantastic. I saw you and Daniel enjoying seeing President Biden today compared to what we used to have leading the leader of the world. Sadiq Khan on ULEZ, I think he's having to listen, and I think there's a big debate there, and I think people are starting to have an impact, and I think they might extend the compensation for that scheme. And I have no issue. There are kids going to bed hungry in the capital as well as elsewhere. This is a very, very progressive move. You are right to say, well, won't it be difficult to take away this free school funding? Well, let's see how it goes. It's designed to have a big hit. Over the long term, policies on free school meals, I agree, you don't want well-off families getting this money. But I had free school meals. They were really important when my family was poor. And so I think this is a great thing the mayor has done, and he should be applauded for it.
So you